All right. We are delighted that you joined us for practice on this Monday morning. My name is Erin, and I own and operate Eat Yoga Drink. Check out all the classes that are coming up outdoors, safely spaced, at eatyogadrink.com. You can also find some merch, and I think that's it. Some links to get some private instruction, either for yoga or mindfulness, or maybe a combination of both. I'm here for you. So thank you for practicing with us today. We're going to be focusing today on our breath, our Ujjayi breath. And we've done other breath practices that help to relax the nervous system, to release tension. And this is one that definitely helps to release tension and remove toxins from the energy centers of the body. But Ujjayi breath is also intended to help excite the body a little bit. So there's regulation, but there's also a boost, a really big boost of oxygen for the body. It's a breath practice that has a whole lot of benefits, and I'm hoping that you feel those benefits with us today as we flow. So we're going to begin by cultivating the breath, Ujjayi breath, which maybe you've heard called victorious breath or ocean or oceanic breath, because its sound qualities and its repetitive sort of meditative flow mimics the ocean waves as they crest and then lap onto shore, then recede and then crest and lap onto shore. So you can invite some imagery as we cultivate the breath, or maybe you just kind of get lost in the meditative quality of the repetition and the heat and the sounds that you're cultivating in your body. And then we're going to use that breath to help guide us in a very energetic flow today. A lot of repetition in our sequences, and just a way to stay connected to the breath. So remember that Ujjayi is a practice, just like our asana and our vinyasa flow is practice. So be very gentle and loving and kind to yourself as you practice. If you feel yourself sort of getting out of a rhythm, just know that the rhythm is there to invite you back. And have no expectations for today's practice. Just be open to whatever arrives. All right? All right. So come on into a comfortable seated position. This is your Sukhasana. Sukha is ease. So support the body using your props in any way that helps you feel comfortable and welcomed. Root down into your seat, but lift up through the spine. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, please do so, or land the gaze somewhere where the mind can settle. Once you've invited ease into the body, start to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. BKS Iyengar says, as breath stills our mind, our energies are free to unhook from the senses and bend inward. So as you notice the breath, maybe you become less distracted by the sounds around you or the thoughts of your to-do list. And you just truly dive right into how the breath feels nourishing your body. Accepting each breath as a gift, blessing, a miracle. When we breathe Ujjayi breath, we transform the automatic into the deliberate, and thereby become the master of our own internal landscape. We can positively affect how we feel by regulating the length, the air volume, and the sound of our inhales and exhales. So let's begin to cultivate this beautiful oceanic breath, this victorious breath, Ujjayi breath. It is a diaphragmatic breath. It begins deep in the walls of our abdomen and our lower belly. So as you inhale, maybe you even have your hand somewhere on your body so you can feel the presence of the breath. Start to invite a broadening of fullness into the belly, the ribs, the chest as the breath draws up towards the throat. And as you exhale, let the breath go from the throat, chest, ribs, deep down back into the belly. And so what makes it Ujjayi breath is a slight constriction of the whisper muscles of the throat. So imagine that there's a mirror in front of you that you'd like to fog, and feel those muscles that are engaging deep in your throat. Continue to engage them, but do so with the lips sealed. So feel that constriction as you bring the breath up from the belly, across the chest, into the throat. And as you send it back down, releasing, softening right back into the belly. Hear it on the way up, you hear it on the way down, and you start to get a little mesmerized by this sound and rhythm and warmth that you're creating in the body. And the goal is not to breathe fast. The goal is to breathe any pace that you want to breathe in, to control the rhythm, to create your own personal metronome for your practice today. Take a few more Ujjayi breaths here. Really feel the diaphragm controlling the breath, disciplining the breath. You may also notice that your Ujjayi breath begins to take on the qualities of the Samariti breath as well, where the inhales and exhales find some evenness. And if one hand is not already on your heart, invite it to your heart so you can connect with your intention for practice today. And since the breath itself requires discipline, maybe it's just being super present for yourself. Showing up for your breath just as your breath shows up for you each moment of each day. Take one more big breath. And I'll remind you through practice today to keep tethering to that Ujjayi breath. If you lose it in favor of some other breath practice, that is fine. This is your practice. But I will also be there to have you reactivate Ujjayi occasionally, just to notice how it's serving you as we flow. On the inhale, start to reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, the arms come back softly to the sides of your hips, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale, reach up, look up, maybe offer a little extension into the spine. And exhale, as you round through the neck, maybe round through the upper back, bring the arms back. And each time you do that, invite a little bit more articulation into the spine. Bring the heart forward, and then drawing the heart back towards the spine. 2 more, breathe in. And breath out. On the inhale, reach the arms nice and high. And exhale, twist to your right, opening the arms, one forward, one back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Same thing, arms extend, one forward, one back. Keep going. Inhale, center. moving with the waves of your ocean. Beautiful. All right, back into center. Take a moment to change, alternate the legs so that we can excite the other hip in our Sukhasana. And then we're going to tick-tock from side to side. So reach over to the right side as you exhale. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, over to your left. Nice. Take your time. Everyone is moving at a different pace because you've chosen how to breathe. Know that each of these breaths, as it creates heat and warmth along the nadis, your energy channels up and down the spine, passing through the organs, it offers like a little massage to the organs. One more on each side here. Beautiful. Come right back up to center. We're going to float into a table position. From table, start to articulate your spine. Find your cow, find your cat. Make sure the breath is going with you. Use your blanket underneath your knees here. Take your Ujjayi with you. How does it feel? Beautiful. Two more. Inviting any other movements to the spine, moving in different directions. So nice. And then come right back into your table position. On the inhale, begin to shift forward. And as you exhale, the elbows bend, the chest welcomes itself to the earth. Inhale, open the heart, a little baby cobra. And as you exhale, round the spine, send the hips back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower down. Feel the abs engaged, supporting your spine. Inhale, press away from the earth, let the heart rise and shine. And exhale, retract back, round the spine, tuck the pelvis, hips to heels. You've got three more of those, moving at the pace of your beautiful Ujjayi breath. Go through one more cycle. Maybe you close your eyes. Get into the felt senses of this body. The one beautiful body that you've been given in this earth. And back to child. Beautiful. From child, we come back to table position. From table, excuse me, flex the feet, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take that Ujjayi with you. Now, how does it feel? You get upside down, it changes things just a little bit. As you inhale, lift the heels up, come to those high heels, something maybe we haven't done in a long time. And exhale, melt the heels down to the earth. Inhale, lift up high under the tippy toes, keep the hips high. And exhale, melt. Do that twice more. Excite the legs with all that oxygenated breath and movement. Gorgeous. Look forward, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Rise into stillness. It's not silent though, because that Ujjayi breath is creating such an audible rhythm for you. On the next breath, reach the arms back up. And exhale, dive into your fold. Halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, step back into your high plank. Lower chaturanga. Adjust and modify as needed. Maybe the knees come down. Inhale, expand a little bit more into the heart. Maybe a deeper cobra sensation. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. And let it go. And if you're noticing that it's ever becoming too warm or too overwhelming, then just restore normal, natural, uncontrolled breath for a few rounds and then come back if you'd like to Ujjayi. Look to the front of the mat, walk or step, feet to hands, rise all the way up, hands right at the heart center. Feel the beating heart. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, dive down to fold. Halfway lift, long spine. And step back to your high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, maybe you're taking upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. Step the foot between the thumbs, nice low lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, squeeze up, open the heart. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step the left foot to the right, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, let it all go as you fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back into your lunge. The right foot joins high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Feel the control that the breath offers you. Back to down dog. Breathe. Beautiful Ujjayi rhythm. On the inhale, left leg high. Step the left foot between the thumbs. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes. Sweep up. Yes. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Up you go. Grow taller. Fold. Halfway. Right foot steps back into that lunge. The left foot joins high plank. Take your flow. Take the breath with you. The breath is setting the pace. Offer you nourishment along the way. We're just feasting on the breath today. Breathe in. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg high. Step between the thumbs. This time rise all the way up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step forward, forward fold. Up you go, grow taller and a little wiser. And exhale, fold. Halfway. Left foot back, then the right. Traveling through your flow. You get to control the pace of the movement based on how you're controlling the breath. Breathe in. Very nice. Inhale, left leg high. Left foot between the thumbs, ground down, sweep up. Yes. Exhale, frame the front foot, step forward into a fold. Rise up. Let it all go. Halfway. Right foot back. Then the left. Take a flow or take it right to down dog or child when the body needs rest. Notice what you're creating, notice what you're cultivating. One of the benefits, one of the many, many benefits of Ujjayi Breath is just the ability to hone your concentration. Settle your mind exactly where you would like it to be. Find the discipline in the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look to the front of the mat, either step or hop. Bend the knees, take a little hop if you'd like, feet to hands. Come all the way up, open your heart at the top. And then dive right back down to your fold. Halfway. Hands to the earth. Maybe you hop back. If you're hopping back, make sure you land with the elbows soft and bent, coming right into chaturanga. And then find your back bend. Back to down dog when the time is right and the breath tells you so. Breathe in. Beautiful. Let's try that again. Look to the front of the mat. Bend the knees, a little hop. Maybe a few hops. Beautiful. Rise up. Back down to surrender. Halfway. Hands plant. Soften the knees. Shoot the legs back. There you go. Chaturanga. Moving into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale the right heel high. Exhale, step the right foot behind the right wrist. That left foot is going to ground down. We're building our warrior one foot. Feet, we have two of them, right? And then we're going to sweep up with the breath. So your feet are in two lanes of traffic. Hips are nicely squared to the front. Sense the engagement, the rotation, what is where in your body. And then once you've given that some mind, come back into your Ujjayi breath. Maybe the arms rise. How can that breath empower you to feel even more present here in warrior one shape? Imprinting on our body, we'll start to move through flow once we notice how this feels. We notice how to arrive. Another breath. On the next inhale, reach a little taller. And exhale to the earth. Take your flow. So nice. Add anything during your practice today that will help you feel enriched. And then modify in any ways you need to support your body. On the inhale, the left leg high, three-legged dog. Look forward, step behind the left wrist. The right heel melts down toward the center line. When you're ready, come up with your breath. Use those hands to adjust. We're not getting completely caught up in alignment today. It's the alignment that works for your body so that you sense this warrior energy within your own skin. What is that for you? And then come into your Ujjayi. One more breath. Beautiful. On the next inhale, spine lifts a little. And exhale, surrender to your flow. Beautiful. Look to the front of the mat. Bring your feet to your hands. We're going to sweep all the way up, nice tall shape, and then right into your Utkatasana chair pose. So you can either have toe mounds and thighs squeezed together, Your feet can be distant. Some people like to have a block between their thighs, just to remember that internal rotation and engagement, which helps to steady your pelvis, which helps support your spine. All right, so really great example of why we Ujjayi Breath. Ujjayi Breath helps us to build a tolerance for discomfort. Again, it changes our focus, takes us away from thinking of the suffering in the mind. Reminds us of the life that's coursing through us, the choices that we get to make. So when we confront these moments of maybe discomfort, I don't know, maybe you love chair pose, don't mind it so much, but it helps us to build that tolerance and anti-fragility as we travel off the mat and encounter situations in life. 3 more Ujjayi here, you got it. Those hips down and back, 1 more. Beautiful. On the next inhale, straighten those legs. And exhale, hands right to the heart. Right back into your intention or promise to be present for yourself. Present for the breath that is so present for you. Beautiful. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale to fold. We'll start putting that together. Surya B flow. Inhale halfway. Hands to the earth. Keep working on that hop back if that's something you'd like to keep working on. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And then as we start to speed up the flow, just take your breath with you, right? You can change the pace of your breath to suit, what you're looking for at this practice, or keep it slow and steady. On the inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step forward, roots down, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, back to the earth. Back and slow. Very nice. Inhale, right leg high. Step forward, warrior 1. Rise up. And exhale, let it go as you root down and take another flow. High to low. Inhale into that back bend. And exhale takes you to downward facing dog. Look to the front, step feet to hands. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale back to stand. And exhale, dive into a fold. Halfway lift. Make your way through your vinyasa flow. Breath as your guide. Let's take that again. Inhale, right leg high. Step forward, warrior 1. Exhale, surrender to the earth and flow. Beautiful. Inhale, left thigh, left high. Step forward, planting those seeds, growing into your warrior. Back down to the earth, from where it all began, and we flow. So nice. Look to the front. Bend the knees, a little hop, feet to hands. Up you go. Chair pose. Inhale, rise. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Take a flow. We're going to Drop the knees, send the hips back. Take a moment to regroup in child's pose. Feel that electricity you've created through your body, through movement, through breath, through focused attention. All of that creates that warming sensation. Notice the sameness of the breath, the inhales and the exhales, finding equal volume, equal length. Maybe you come to visualize the ocean here. Inhaling as you feel the water retracting back to the sea, then cresting to a wave, and then you're going to hear it lap onto shore. More beautiful Ujjayi breath. Feeling the diaphragm engage. Beautiful. Start to make your way back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. On the inhale, right leg is high. Step the right foot between the thumbs, rise back up into your high crescent lunge. And then let the left heel spin down as the hips open to warrior two. It is even between the feet. The broadness across the chest, length in the spine, all the dimensionality is your awareness right now. You're going to flip the palm and reverse the warrior, speaking to the edges of the spine. Another breath. And very gently cartwheel into extended side angle. You'll feel ribcage lifting away from the pelvis here. Maybe that top arm reaches to the front of the room, or however you're oriented the room, toward the front of the mat. You can feel lengthening along the left edge of the body. Breath. We rise back up to warrior two, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. So the same edges that we just spoke to, we're finding that length. Then we're going to hinge, feeling an opening into that left hip. Feel the crown of the head pulling away from the tailbone. Feel free to support or unsupport. It's core supported, no longer arm supported. You want to engage those obliques a little bit more. Take your Ujjayi with you. And then we're going to come back up, back into warrior two. From here, cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot, a little low lunge. And we're going to take a side plank. So if you want to take a bind on the toe, take the toe with you. You know, I love that move. Or you can let it go. You can take a tree leg. Maybe you drop the bottom knee for stability. Back the left shoulder over the left wrist. Sense this in your body. We're going slowly, then we'll take it a little faster. Breathe, Ujjayi breath. One more breath. Flip onto that right hand, come into your high plank and your flow. Meet in downward facing dog. And we'll take that imprint on the other side, nice and slowly. Inhale the left leg high. Step between the thumbs. Rise to high crescent. And open up that right hip. Feel yourself in your warrior two shape. Take your Ujjayi breath for a test run here. Maybe it helps you to explore depth in this shape. Maybe you're invited deeper into that lunge. And flip the left palm. Let's exalt our warrior. Keep the integrity of that lunge. One more breath. Gently make your way into your extended side angles. You can always play around the variations and bind. The hand could come all the way down. You can change your gaze. Notice how that affects your balance. What does it take to find yourself back in balance? And rise back up to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Triangle pose. Nice. Where does your gaze want to land here? And you feel your body breathing. Ujjayi changes a little bit each time we take a different shape. Use the next breath to rise back up. Exhale, sink right into your warrior two. We're going to cartwheel the hands to frame the left foot. Transition into your side plank, however you'd like, whatever works for you. Feeling safe in your body. You've chosen something that feels good. Hang on, Ujjayi breath here. And then come right into your high plank and take a flow. So that'll be our sequence, just nice, simple sequence, going back to the basics, but with a different spin here because our context is the breath. Take a moment to just soften the jaw, soften the neck, make sure you're not stressing out the mouth muscles or the throat muscles with your breath. And then let's find our rhythm here. Let's do it. Inhale, right leg high. Step forward, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back up to warrior two, straighten the front leg. Reach forward and hinge. Sukhasana, triangle pose. Next inhale brings you back up to warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel to frame the foot. Inhale, open up into your side plank. And exhale, back to your high plank. Lowering down through your vinyasa flow. Adding or eliminating anything that makes your flow exactly what you want it to be. Breathe in. Beautiful. Inhale, left heel high. Step through, rise up. Open up. Warrior two, inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back up, straighten the legs, and hinge. The next inhale brings you back up to warrior two. And the exhale has you cartwheel to frame. Inhale, express yourself, side plank. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale, the heart expands. And exhale to downward facing dog. So beautiful. We're going to go through that for one more round. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step through. Rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back up, straighten, reach, and let the breath go as you find triangle. Inhale, exhale, frame. Inhale, open up, side plank. Exhale to flow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to float. Inhale, back up, straighten the legs. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, frame. Inhale, flourish, side plank. Woo. And flow. Back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let it go. Look to the front of the mat. Hopper step, feet to hands. All the way up. Chair pose. Sink right into your chair. Find your breath. From here, we're going to turn this into eagle pose. A nice balancing shape. That's challenging for the body, so the breath is there to smooth out those edges, the tension, anything that may be welling up. Shift into your left foot. Cross your right knee over the left. Hug the sides together. And sweep the right arm under the left as they cross the elbows. Keep weaving around maybe till the palms find one another. How's that Ujjayi breath working for you here? Contract the energy, the attention right into the midline. Feel the breath originating right through the pelvic floor, rising all the way up to the throat and back down. One more breath. Beautiful. Release the arms, lift that right knee up to the sky, and then settle it back down. Take a big breath in. We're going to come into a fold here, a little ragdoll, softening through the lumbar spine. Shake, you can bounce, whirl. Right. On the inhale, release the bind. We're going to sweep all the way back up. Sink into chair pose. Shift into the right foot. Cross the left leg over the right. Keep hugging, keep hugging. If the left toes want to come down to stabilize, that's fine. Feel a little safer here. Then the left arm will weave under the right. So you find a bind. Ujjayi breath. One more breath. Beautiful. Release the bind. Inhale that left knee up. And then step the foot back down. So nice. Take a big breath in. And exhale to fold. Letting the head hang heavy. And once again, feel the back soften. Take a big breath in. The breath go. On the inhale, rise halfway. As you exhale, step just the left foot back. And then bring the right hand inside of the right foot. We're going to come into lizard lunge with the option to play around with a little arm bind or arm balance called Kundalini, flying lizard. Now, we know that lizard is built for the hips. And you can drop the back knee on top. You can wing. You can reach back and bind if you want to bend the knee. So settle into where it feels good for you. Find your Ujjayi rhythm. If you want to play around a little bit with your arm balance, because I know we have some people here who like to get fun and flirty with their body, give your right arm a chance to tuck under your right leg so that your hamstring is coming to your strong chaturanga triceps. Palms are down. Begin to shift forward. And one thing that you can do is take a block, if you have it, and put it under your left knee. That helps you to sense the flight. And then shift a little bit forward and start to play around with extending that right leg. Now, if your left knee is supported like this, you'll really sense the flight. You'll sense the engagement of the lower abs. You'll engage the strength of the triceps. There's a lot going on here, but most important is, Ujjayi Breath. Helps us weather the challenges. And then if you want, you can start playing around with coming off of the back. I don't know if it's happening for me today. I'm feeling it here, so I don't think I need to go any further. But maybe sometime you'll float off of that back leg. So we're here for 3 more breaths. Keep playing around with wherever you are in your lizard, getting out of it whatever you need. Back to Ujjayi if you're losing it. I have to remind myself too. And then come out of that flight if you're in it. We're going to bring the right knee back to meet the left. Send the hips back, child pose. Invite you to bring the arms back by your side. Maybe tuck the hands underneath your feet. You can even tap the backs of the hands and the wrists onto the mat. Or do any wrist stretching that feels good. Back to that Samavriti Ujjayi breath. You get to take control of your breath, particularly when you sense that your body is stressed in some way. Breath will always help to guide you toward ease and peace. You're ready, back to downward facing dog. And then from here, just step your left foot forward, outside of your left pinky. Set yourself up for your lizard lunge on this side, deciding if you want to toy around a little bit with your flying shape. Kundalini, bring that left arm underneath the left leg. One side may be easier than the other side to access. So see what's there for you. Notice what you need. Have some fun. I'm going to come see what y'all are doing. Woo! Balance, balance. Breathe. Yes, beautiful, Nancy. Beautiful. Hi, Linda. I love it. Everyone's where they need to be. That's the wisdom of your body guiding you there, not me. I just offer options that you may have forgotten, but you're going to go on the journey that your body most needs right now. 3 more breaths. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring that left knee back to the right. And instead of child, come right into a hero's pose. Now, hero's pose, if it's too much flexion in the knees, you're welcome to bring a block between the ankles and prop yourself up a little bit, somewhere where you can feel that nice upright posture where the belly is drawn in, spine is lifted, shoulders are soft. The Ujjayi breath has a nice clear channel to find its way, your pelvic floor up through the throat and back down. If this doesn't work for you with support, come into another Sukhasana. We're going to start to explore back bends here. So bring your hands to root behind you with the palms either facing the toes or the sides or away from you, depending on what feels good in your shoulders. Notice how that feels to start to extend the spine. And then maybe you notice that, what would it be like if I came down onto my forearms? As long as nothing hurts, go for it. Where is that inviting sensation? What we're doing here is stretching the entire fascial network of tissues along the whole front side of the body. Maybe you already are aware of that. And maybe your body's like, what would it be like if I brought my back all the way down to the ground? Or if you have a pillow or a bolster and you want to put that behind you, what would it be like if I supported myself and played around with that variation? If it's safe for you to be there and you want to journey, go for it. And then what would it be like if you just surrendered here a little bit? What would it be like if you let yourself go just a little bit more into it? Doesn't mean push yourself deeper. It just means release the resistance so that you can melt into it. And how does the Ujjayi breath feel here, now? Three more breaths. Now, if you're all the way down, plan your strategy before you start moving. Work down the palm. Come out of it, neutralize the spine really gently, no rush. And we're going to come right onto a rabbit pose. But in order for us to get there, I want you to get very familiar with where the crown of your head is. So take your hand, expand the fingers, bring the very base of the palm right up to the top of the bridge of your nose. Cradle your palm around your forehead, wrap your fingers to your head, and right where your center finger is, that's typically measured out to be the crown of your head. It may be a little bit more forward than you expected or a little further back than you expected, but tap on it so you can remember. We're going to lift the hips and bring that part of the head right down to the earth. And then your hands can reach back for your ankles, your heels, maybe your feet even come off the ground. And start to round the spine. This is a rabbit pose. Spread across the shoulder blades. Exaggerate the curve of the spine. How does Ujjayi breath feel here? 2 more breaths. And then from here, we're going to come out of that and rock onto our hips. Roll your legs out in front of you. We're going to take a nice juicy forward fold here, a little Paschimottanasana, a little westward facing pose. If you really want to honor the energy of this pose, find west and face it. This is west. That's amazing. Yeah. Rises in the east, that's in the west. I don't know. Anyone else have to say that to themselves every day? Yeah. Like left and right, you know. I'm facing west. How about that? All right. Take a big breath in. Find your Dandasana pose. Feel the sit bones connect. If you want to put something underneath your knees, if the hamstrings are feeling a little tight, you can soften the knees with a blanket like that. Or you can sit on the blanket. That also helps. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, draw the chest toward your sides and just sink and surrender into this forward fold. Your choice to maintain Ujjayi or to let it go. And as you spend time here, keep feeling the crown of the head draw forward as the hips draw back. Notice where that takes you. Take another breath. And then slowly start to unfurl from this and make your way all the way down onto your back. How does it feel now to neutralize the spine, rooting it to the earth? Take a big body stretch, reaching out north, south, east, west. Take a big breath in and exhale through the mouth. As a sign and symbol of releasing Ujjayi breath, letting the body go back to breathing itself in the way that it so naturally knows how to do, so that you can control nothing here. You can just receive the benefits of the shape of stillness in Shavasana. Ujjayi Breath holds a mirror to your existing unconscious habit. And then with practice, it becomes a new habit to soothe and seduce your body and mind into a state of progressive ease. Who doesn't want that? Know that this practice that you cultivated, this Ujjayi, this victorious breath, one that you can practice even when you're not on the mat. You can practice it when you have some idle time. You can practice it when you have challenging times. Maybe they won't feel so challenging. To awaken your body with some movement. Invite a stretch. And then roll over to one side. Feel the way the benefits of the practice, the movement and the breath and the mindfulness have landed within you. And then arrive back into a comfortable seated position. Press your palms together in front of your glorious heart. Take a big breath in. Sigh out. Thank you for practicing with us today. Thank you for breathing with us today. Thank you for being with us today. It is always a pleasure. Namaste. So I appreciate you being here. Again, my name is Erin and I own Eat Yoga Drink. EatYogaDrink.com is where you can find me and all the classes that I'm offering, merch and so forth. So if you like this class, donations are always appreciated. You can find out how to do that on my website. Click on the schedule and the information's under the Monday or Wednesday classes. Another way you can support us is by keep showing up and by showing up to some of our live outdoor ticketed classes and also explore the merch shop. I've got a few summertime things coming, so keep an eye out for newness. You can follow Eat Yoga Drink on Instagram and Facebook as well. And I'm going to stop the recording now. So thank you all for being here.